University, Sagbondija, in the Tatale district of the northern region. My colleague Emmanuel reports.
For pupils of Sagbondija DA Basic School, having a teacher is a privilege.
This man here.
Two trained teachers shoulder the responsibility of educating pupils from kindergarten to basic 6. Volunteers like Thomas, a senior high school graduate, step in to assist, but the results are troubling.
So I'm coming here to teaching ABCD to describe yourself to the 1, 2, 3, 2. So that's why that I'm coming to be teaching for my children. ABC. Oh, sorry. Let me check. A, B, C, D.
Thomas tries his best,
F.
but his grasp of the English language and teaching methodology raises concerns.
J, K, M.
In one instance, the alphabet L was missing from the blackboard, where still pupils are thought to pronounce M and N the same way, and these children repeat these errors with confidence.
H, I, J, K, N.
This is heartbreaking. These children are set up to fail before they even begin. I could not stand by and watch the blunder persist. So I intervened.
There's an alphabet missing. What's it?
H, I, J, K, N.
Where's L? L is not there. So write the L there. Write the L. Okay, so this is how to write the L. I'm written this way.
The situation grows grimmer.
Yeah, you get it.
I get it.
The school has only 3 classrooms, forcing 2 different classes to share a single space. Teachers struggle to maintain focus and discipline while handling multiple levels at once.
We are a lot of teachers. The whole school from KG1 to P6, we are only 2 teachers. Imagine, if you compare with me, the KG2 to P6, 2 teachers taking from KG2 to P6 is a burden to the teachers. We have KG1 to P6. And when you look at the structure, standing there is 2 classes in 1, which is very difficult for a teacher to be inside 1 class with 2 classes combined.
Now, the report has already generated intense reaction from education think tanks, including the Institute for Education Studies, which says the shortage threatens efforts to deliver equitable and quality education across the country. And joining me now would be the Public Relations Officer for the Ministry of Education, Hashmin Mohammed. We're grateful for your time here, sir. The Minister says financial constraints are limiting recruitment. Does government simply not have the resources to provide for enough teachers?
Well, thank you very much for having me. And to start with, as you are aware, government this year has begun processes to recruit about 7,000 teachers. The procurement processes are underway, and I want to believe by
Mr. Hashmin, can you kindly reposition yourself? I'm struggling to get you
this month,
clearly.
letter.
Mr. Hashmin, can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Go ahead, sir.
Okay, like I said, government has begun processes to recruit about 7,000 teachers this year. And the Honorable Minister for Education announced it sometime this year. These are all part of measures that we are put in place to be able to deal with the teacher deficit. And then even if you look at the data, it isn't that we do not have enough teachers, but some of the teachers are concentrated in some specific districts. And we have begun processes to put in measures to be able to redeploy some of the teachers. For instance, we have started the teacher rationalization and redeployment strategy, where if there are a lot of teachers in a particular district, we redeploy them to other districts. And the 20% rural teacher allowance, government is the Ministry of Education is in the process of implementing that to be able to motivate a lot of teachers to underserved communities, because many of these teachers are many of the issues that we are talking
right
about.
Mr. Hashmin, if you can hold your guns a bit for me, let me engage. Hello, Mr. Hashmin. Kindly hold on for me. Let me engage my colleague Jason from our research desk. He's a data analyst. He will take us through some of the biggest findings in that report, Jason.
Yeah, so Noella, what we actually found is that 1 in 5 districts have teacher shortages. What this means that 20% of the districts in the country, that's 55 districts across the country, do not have enough teachers. And we also found out that there are a lot of the average is supposed to be 35 pupils to 1 teacher. But what we see is that in the kindergarten, there are 40 pupils. In primary, there are 37 pupils. And in JHS, there are 20 pupils that are being served into 1 teacher. That alone is that's the finding that we actually find. We also see that the highest numbers that we see are in these regions, the Northeast, Savannah, and Northern regions, where there are...
So Jason, just to be clear, so for example, in Northeast region, 48 pupils to 1 teacher.
Yes, on average. On average. That's how it is in those parts of the country. And it's very important because what we see most of the time is that the government brings in programs for access to education. But what they do is that they invest in education. They try to make sure that the students actually get the access to learn or something. But there's nothing really being done about the teachers, whether they are actually giving teachers the abilities to actually get into that. So we are investing in the education, but what are we doing about investing in teachers? And we also see that in that same report, they give recommendations on how to solve this thing. And then they said that the government should bring in an evidence-based data to help identify districts with the greatest staffing needs and also to help to give incentives to attract and retain teachers in deprived communities. And lastly, also to provide support for women who find it very difficult to cope in such communities.
Right, Jason. Thank you so much. Let's get back to Mr. Hashmin. Mr. Hashmin, I guess my final question to you would be, again, referring to the report. The government already knows where the shortages exist. Why are some districts still recording pupil-teacher ratios far above the national target?
Okay, so the new recruitment policy beginning this year, many of these new recruitment that we are doing, a lot of it will be concentrated in this underserved, and then we also look at the data, and we realize that it isn't that we do not have enough teachers. Yes, of course, some of them, the deployment incentives to be able to redeploy them into these underserved districts so that we can maintain them there. And that is why the ministry, in partnership with central government, is implementing the 20% rural teacher allowance. And then we are also giving priority to teachers in underserved areas who apply for.
Right.
For instance, if a steady leave up and you apply for a steady leave, that will be given priority than a teacher who is serving in an urban area. So all these are incentives that we are putting in place to be able to deal with the issue.
Right, Mr. Hashmin, thank you so much for your time here.
Well, still on education, the posting of a new head teacher to Bencherentanga MA Basic School in the Nanumba North Municipality sparked a new partnership between the school and the community. Together, they repaired classrooms, restored water, and improved the learning environment.
Clap your hands for him.
Bencherentanga MA Basic School in the Nanumba North Municipality has come to life again.
7,000.
Its classrooms are full.
So what are we writing?
Even the private schools, the parents are not taking their walls from the private school to my school because the walls are still coming. Even yesterday, I admitted 5 children from the private school. Even when you look at the environment of the school, people are now recommended us.
The school did not look like this when Abdullahi Baba arrived as head teacher in 2024. One classroom block had remained without a roof for 4 years. The office and storeroom were damaged, but the new head teacher began with the little the school had.
3,000 Ghana cedi in our cafes. Let's use that 3,000 Ghana cedi to look for some benches for our cakes. So we use this to mold 20 benches through marker boards. And then the other remaining money, this block also too, was also part of it also to roof off. So we use it to roof it. So the parents says, what they have seen me doing, they will also give me a little money. That 23. So that we'll use this to renovate our office and then the storeroom.
Even if I'm in farm and they need me, I'll leave my farm and come down and solve the problem within the school because I'm also educated, but I'm not go far. But my ward, I want them to go to be a president or as any minister or any office holder.
Enrollments rose from 478 pupils in 2024 to 578 in 2025. Today, the school has 635 pupils as more parents regain confidence in public education at Bencherentanga.
In the dry season.
The growing numbers have brought new pressure. Some pupils still share crowded desks or sit on the floor, while only 9 teachers serve the school.
It's not easy. Up for furniture, we don't have furniture. The children are lying down on their bed to write. After here, even we can go the classes and you see. The classes are congested and then there's no furniture. Even if I need 500, if I get 500, I will be okay.
Bencherentanga has already shown what strong leadership, accountability, and community action can achieve. The community has rebuilt its school and brought the children back. It now needs government to provide the additional teachers and furniture required to sustain that progress. Emmanuel, JoyNews, Bencherentanga, Nanumba North Municipality, Northern Region.
Now, joining us on the line is the Municipal Chief Executive for the area, Abdul Samed Hamza. Grateful for your time here. Has the issue of inadequate desks and teachers at Bencherentanga MA Basic School come to your attention? And if it has, what are you doing to address it?
Yes, thank you very much. And thank you to our cherished listeners and viewers. My attention was drawn to the furniture gap, and actually I visited the school myself.
Yes.
Clap
your hands for him.
Bencherentanga MA
on the ground. I currently, during the first and second quarter of 2025, we procured, the Municipal Assembly procured 1,540 dual desks for distribution, and then we had allocated 30 dual desks to Bencherentanga as a matter of agency to be able to solve or to curb that infrastructure gap that existed in the school. And also the teacher deficit, I made the head teacher to actually write to Ghana Education Service. I made a follow-up, and the director assured me that there was time for posting of teachers and teacher postings, and that when the time was due, he would do the needful by posting.
Right.
In Tanga.
Right. Mr. Abdul Samed, thank you so much.
All right. Thank you very much.
Well, if you just joined us, news just in is that Dennis Miracles Aboagye has been released from Iyoko custody, and to get a confirmation from this, let's get on to Zoom now and speak with his lawyer Samuel Atachia for more on this. Counsel, good evening. Many thanks for your time. We understand that Dennis has been released. Can you confirm if indeed he has been?
Yeah, as on the day that they actually acted as a holiday. We don't even sure.
Counsel, can you hear me?
Counsel, if you can unmute so we speak to you.
Hello.
Yes, Counsel. Thank you so much.
I'm not hearing you at. Hello.
Yes, Counsel. We can hear you loud and clear. We just want you to confirm for us if indeed Dennis Miracles Aboagye has been released by Iyoko.
Yes, thankfully, he's out of the grips of Iyoko. I think he's heading home to recline and then permit his tissues to repair. He's going through an ordeal, you know.
Can you clarify the exact bail conditions that he met? Was he able to meet the 15 million?
It's the same that you announced, the 50 million Ghana cedis with 3 sureties, 2 to be justified. That means 2 should post, properties. When valued should amount to the 50 million.
Well, throughout the process, you argued that Iyoko's actions were excessive and unconstitutional. Now that he has been released on bail, are you going to challenge the legality of his arrests?
Yeah, it's long overdue, you know. We should let the courts, throw light on the meaning of bail so that we do not confuse bail with what you are investigating. If we're investigating a case which is $2 billion, can you say somebody should go and bring you to the White House? It doesn't make sense. What you are supposed to do is to ensure what you call reasonable conditions to secure 2 things: that the man you are investigating will come to you when you need him, or if you arraign him before a court of competent jurisdiction, will you show up? It is never the case that the bail sum should be equal to what you are investigating.
Right.
Yes.
Right. And earlier today as well, we understand that Iyoko with Dennis went to his home to inspect the place. Can you share some more light on why Iyoko had to follow him to his home and what inspection was this about?
Well, they were interested in going to his house to conduct a search. So if they want to do that, the gentleman is not running away from anywhere. They know his premises, so they could go and look at what they are looking for, and then we can continue with the interrogation.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Samuel Atachia.
My pleasure as always.
For Dennis Miracles Aboagye.
Now, let's take you to Parliament and bring you a story that's on the back of this breaking story we're bringing to you. Well, minority and majority earlier clashed over the arrest, detention and bail conditions imposed on former Executive Secretary of the Inter-Ministerial Coordinating Committee on Decentralization, Dennis Miracles Aboagye. Mr. Aboagye remains, now we know he's been released, but earlier he was still in the custody of Iyoko, and we have more in this report.
Two sides of the House held very strong positions on the arrest and detention of Dennis Miracles Aboagye. Now, the matter was brought to the floor of the House by the Minority Leader, Alexander Panyumakin, who raised questions about the style of the arrest, detention without access to his lawyers, as well as the 50 million cedis bill that was imposed on him. He believes these are excesses of the Iyoko that must be answered by the Attorney General.
Let's be careful, my dear political colleagues. Let's be careful, Ghanaian political leaders. It can be somebody today. There is an election ahead. You can never tell. Don't let us encourage some of these excesses. And when we talk about it, don't look at it with a partisan lens. It can be you. Be careful. Don't ask somebody. He has a wife and children. Already the man was affected by the flood. He lost everything. He's already traumatized. Miracles Aboagye is already traumatized because of the flood. Then to worsen it, you detain him for 3 days and you say if he wants his freedom, he should bring properties worth 50 million cedis. How do you do this? And this is not something that must attract a partisan reaction. It is a human rights issue. The Attorney General must come to this house and brief us on what is happening. Mr. Speaker, it's not good for the politics of our country.
Speaker, the particular matter that he has referenced, perhaps he hasn't read. And so let me reference the formal response from Yoko. Because you see, we are members of a community of reading men, and I want him to read. The minority leader has no right under the sun to suggest that where an investigative body has conducted a year-long investigation into a matter, has invited the suspects, and now has made a prima facie determination and is effecting arrest that may possibly lead to prosecution. The minority leader is on this floor saying that we should invite the Attorney General to come and respond to what? So it's not about bringing a property and all that. He knows that. The 55 million is not money that is supposed to be carried to Yoko. It shouldn't put out these mischievous lines. And like you have taught us, he knows that you can always go back and beat it down. So he shouldn't stand here and rather aggravate the situation of the suspect. It is not fair.
The minority leader came back to take exception to the majority chief whip's statement that he might have not read or abreast himself with the position of Yoko and demanded an apology.
I know he's a gentleman. If he's minded, he should withdraw them. If he's minded.
Speaker, I have due regard for my leader. I withdraw the word community of reading men. I withdraw. Mr. Speaker, I further withdraw that he didn't read. So perhaps he read, but he glossed over the conditions given by Yoko for the arrest. So I withdraw that person. And I apologize.
The minority are also demanding 2 more ministers to appear before Parliament. They want the sports minister to come and account for the Black Stars' participation in the 2026 World Cup, and also the local government minister on how government intends to sustain sanitation after the 2-day national cleanup exercise. In other businesses on the floor, the House has also approved for Ghana to extend its rental contract of the Regina House, which housed the Ghana International Bank, for another 150 years at some £17.25 million. Now, before this, there has been concerns about the poor state of the building and calls for government to put some floors of the building which are not in use out for rent in order for the country to make some revenue out of that as well. A number of reports have also been laid on the floor, especially by the Public Account Committee on their inquiry into the retooling of public hospitals, as well as the purchase of fertilizer as far back as 2021. The House is also debating the 24-hour economy of the current government, as the minority is calling for immediate implementation of that to create jobs for more Ghanaians. From Parliament House, I am James Aboagye for JoyNews.
Well, for years, many have blamed changing social values for declining marriage rates. And today we know that the UNFPA brought out reports which suggest that, well, there are a number of cases as to, or reasons as to why this is happening. Jason Day is back again in the studio with the latest on us. Jason, what's going on? Why are you not married?
Well, that is a very big question that I also like to ask you after this.
I think we should ask Noella. Noella, are you married?
You guys are
let's stick to
the But yeah, this is the data that we've seen, and they've done a survey by the UN,
UNFPA.
Yeah, UNFPA. They've done a survey. They said more than 2/3 of the youth across the globe want to get married. They actually do want to get married, and it's something good to hear, you know, that at least just 66% of the youth in the country or across the globe really do want to get married. And then it goes on to give those who actually do want parents, and these are people aged between the ages of 17 and 40 years.
Which those who want to be parents?
Yes, those who want children, right? And we can see that 90% of people want children.
That's encouraging.
90% of people.
Do you want children, Noella?
And these are people who are not married or just broadly. So between the ages of and just 10% do not want children. And it's very good to hear. And then these are the conditions that people are actually saying that they really want, that are pushing them to do it, to get married. And they are saying that financial security, they feel like it's something that they need before they can get married.
Before they become parents.
Yeah, so
they
these
need
are the
a lot
things
more money
that people really want before they get into parenthood, before they actually have children. These are the things that I find. So the reasons that people, that we may not be seeing people getting married may be because of this. They do want children, they do want to get married, but
they feel they don't
have exactly. And it's only that they don't have a stable employment.
No, like you have a stable job.
Jobs.
Why are you trying to pick on?
No, you have a stable job. You are financially secure. So what's holding you back?
Am I?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, there are various things.
Right.
There also are things about home ownership. There are things about people's psychological and emotional needs. People say they just want support. There are various things for the reasons, but these are the least two things that people don't really look at. They are very, very, very important. In fact, about 71% of people actually say the exploration of the world is not really, it's also important, but there are 71% who say, well, yeah,
they are
not done exploring the world, so until they are done, do you get it? And then 53% of them say they don't have a satisfied career just yet. So these are the least things that people are actually looking forward to. They also make various things. There are the people who want children. 80% of people who want children because of the joy that it brings them, not because of, they're not really looking at the money or how much you're going to, they feel like they want children because of joy, not because of support or there's pressure from anywhere else or anything. It's because of the joy that children bring.
Well,
okay. Interesting.
Well, I'm sure my mom is watching this after she's gonna take and send it to me.
Anyway, you're still watching Joy News Prime. We're taking a quick breather. We'll be back with more.
When malaria shows up, it doesn't knock. It just takes over.
Oh, no. This fever is too much.
When malaria comes, respond with Mala2. Fight malaria with Mala2 tablets or syrup from Ernest Chemists. Test for malaria first before taking Mala2. If symptoms persist for more than 48 hours, see a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
Palladium Residences in Achimota isn't just an address, it's the home you truly earned. Secure your place with just a 10% deposit and choose from beautifully designed modern apartments or spacious townhouses built for everyday comfort. This is more than a building. It's a vibrant, curated community with a clubhouse, state-of-the-art gym, and an on-site hotel, all at ABC Junction, minutes from Achimota Mall. Enjoy city energy while retreating to your private sanctuary. Call now to reserve your unit and benefit from limited launch incentives, including priority unit selection, executive pricing, and flexible payment options available. Don't miss the chance to pick the best homes. Book your private site visit today. Call 050-9823-424. Palladium Residences. Live smart, invest better.
So this strategy will lead. Oh no, not again.
Sir, relax. The generator will come on now.
The generator is not working.
Why stress yourself when the experts are just one tap away? Introducing Left Power, the smart emergency support app from Left Signature Limited. With Left Power, certified engineers respond fast, anytime, anywhere. No delays, no stories.
Hello, sir. This is Left Signature Limited. The request has been received and our engineers are already on their way. Please relax. We've got you covered.
This is professional. Every Left expert is certified, verified, and can be tracked in real time. Oh, you'll know they're coming before they even arrive. From electrical engineering and solar power systems to data center management, cloud services, smart automation, and software development, Left Signature delivers excellence, fast, reliable, and professional. Left Power.
Your solution is just one tap away.
Available on Play Store and App Store.
Hello, my name is Pamela from Customer Service. Please revalidate your account by texting your Ghana card number to 0500,000 247.
Hey, Abili, wabadim.
Madam, give me the numbers behind your ATM card. I'm calling from the head office.
An email was delivered across to our customers this morning.
Confirm if this is your bank account. 100,100,100.
Thanks for sending your bank card details.
Send the OTP now to avoid cancellation. EcoBank will never call, email, send an SMS asking for your PIN, OTP, bank card, or Ghana card details.
Don't get played.
EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
Hello, please, I'm calling from Customer Experience Center.
Another week is here on the greatest of all time show. My name is Giovanni Clip, and tonight we're bringing you talent. Contestant number one, let's bring Baby Car. Let's bring. You did it for you.
Cut. Oh, there is a leakage.
Where's the plumber? For quality and durability, insist on Syntex pipes.
If you want quality, this be where you belong.
Strong, tough, and reliable. Your perfect match to your trusted Syntex pipe. Syntex pipe, it they carry water. No wahala. Syntex pipe, it they make water they flow. Syntex, and you're strong, and you're tough.
Hi, it's me. The one you post
smoke, sip, and hopefully love. I'm your small reminder that growing up doesn't mean growing out of me. Trends come and go, but you still reach for me. I'm not just a drink, I'm that little sip that reminds you life can still be sweet. Calipo fruit juice drink, making sweet memories. This advert is FDA approved.
When you're little, days are extremely busy. Work, traffic jams, meetings, conference calls. Luckily, our mom is here to take good care of us with day-by-day baby and day-by-day kids and their naturally active ingredients. Our skin is hydrated, soothed, and protected all day long. Yes, hello.
Oh, yeah, welcome back. You're still watching JoyNews Prime.
Now to more news. Former national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Paul Afoko, has taken a swipe at element within the party who orchestrated his indefinite suspension as he fights off allegations that he was an NDC mole. Now, Afoko was unable to complete his tenure as chairman after he was suspended by the party in 2015. At the time, some accused him of working for the NDC over claims that he did not support the then presidential candidate Nana Akufo-Addo, declaring his intention to contest the party's chairmanship. At a press conference today, Paul Afoko said his campaign will focus on rebuilding, reuniting and recapturing power. And he also insists the NPP must embrace internal democracy by respecting and allowing dissenting views to be heard.
I was once accused. I asked my accusers, and this was in a private meeting, oh, we hear you are working for the NDC. And I said, the NDC is in power. We are in opposition. Do I want my party to come to power so I can have a seat at the table and have my own plate of food to eat? Or do I want to go crawling under the table of the NDC so whatever food they drop on the floor, I eat? I asked them that question. And then I went on and asked, I said, and who benefits from these sort of stories? What I find also very difficult, and I said preposterous, is that if you look at my background, why would I do that? My family. But I also want to say to my fellow MPP members, why are we always quick to label people that we disagree with in the party as NDC? Why are we quick to do that? Have you heard the NDC labeling their members as MPP? No. Why are we doing that to ourselves? If you disagree with the person, as Buzia said, allow dissent. Listen, maybe out of the whole thing that they say to you, you may pick even one idea, which you will distill into your own ideas and come up with something better. I think we should move away from that.
To more news tonight, a clampdown on illegal sand winning and stone quarrying activities in the Greater Accra region has uncovered companies operating for years with expired licenses, while others were found to be unregistered with the Minerals Commission. The operation led to some arrests, with other companies directed to report to the Commission as soon as possible to rectify their licensing issues. My colleague Maxwell Aklobeton has been following the team and has more in this following report.
Operation involving the Minerals Commission, the National Anti-Illegal Mining Operations Secretariat (NIMOS), and the Office of the Administrator of Stool Lands has uncovered numerous sand winning and stone quarrying sites operating without license. The operation forms part of efforts to enforce mining regulations by targeting illegal sand winning and stone quarrying activities, with Chopoli in the Addo community becoming the first location targeted in the exercise. When officials from the commission arrived at the site, most of the operators fled, leaving behind equipment and evidence of ongoing sand extraction activities. However, the truck drivers whose vehicles were being loaded were not as fortunate as they were apprehended during the operation.
It's the operators who have to stand their ground to explain all these calamities.
Where you are going, you should know whether the place is licensed before you go and take your...
How can you know? We all, excuse me to say, we all will be human beings. You can't know. Like you, with another challenge you.
Because if you are able to produce the person,
what I'm saying that
if you can't produce the person you take the thing from, then you have to answer.
Of course that we are coming here.
Yeah, so
I know that I didn't make bad. That's why I stand.
Don't worry.
Some people
will go to the nearest police station.
In the Ningo Pram district, the commission also uncovered that a stone quarrying company, TT Quarries, had been operating for years despite its license having expired in 2022.
They are in operation. When you realize that they are in operation, it's a serious issue altogether. You are operating illegally. You've come to the site before even we went to the office, so we realized that these guys are operating. And when we check and we know that their license has expired, they are supposed to put in the renewal before even the expiration of the license.
The Minerals Commission has handed over the truck drivers to the police at Chopoli in the Addo community. 2 trucks were apprehended by the team during the operation. For JoyNews, Maso Akrobotus reports, read to you.
Now, governance expert and founder of the Boardroom Governance Summit, Professor Douglas Boateng, is calling for a shift in values and attitudes amongst Ghana's youth to strengthen the country's governance culture and prepare future leaders. Now, he believes that raising a generation that prioritizes accountability, integrity, and country's collective interest will be critical to building stronger institutions and driving sustainable national development. And he was speaking at the Greater Accra Regional Bar Week conference.
As Ghana continues to grapple with development challenges, governance expert and founder and convener of the Boardroom Governance Summit, Professor Douglas Boateng, believes the country's biggest obstacle is not a lack of laws or resources, but weak governance and societal attitudes. He says reversing this trend will require fundamental shifts in mindset, particularly among the youth.
It's rather unfortunate that the country has become so polarized around political lines. What drives me and many people is what is right for society. When we get it right for society, the polarization will minimize. And that is why it's driving my agenda to try and get the governance principle to the basic level, starting from the youth and building it up so that when they are ready to go into the boardrooms, they already have the mindset about doing what is right for society, not for a political party. It's Ghana first, it's Africa first, and that is what we need to focus on. Because if we don't focus on building the next generation of the youth to think about governance, as Singapore did, as Rwanda has done, we'll be in this economic trap.
To support the vision, Professor Boateng is calling on the Ghana Bar Association and other professional bodies to champion initiatives that equip young people with the values and principles of good governance.
I am calling on your very good selves that we need to start changing the mindset, doing what is right. It will fix our roads. It will stop people from throwing plastics. very important. Ghana Bar has a role to play.
Meanwhile, GBA President Akufo-Addo is calling for stronger corporate governance systems to build ethical and resilient institutions.
Systems come and go, but if you maintain a good corporate governance culture, then you are sure that the systems will be ethical, the systems will have integrity, the systems will survive, and the systems will deliver. Getting lawyers to be talking about corporate governance is key. They are found in the boardrooms. They are also members of the various boards that they serve on. They are found in decision-making events and processes. And it's key that because they interpret the law, their presence there should be felt.
Experts believe a collective effort to reshape corporate governance practices will help build stronger institutions for future generations. Deborah Miller and Michelle Latte's report for JoyNews.
We're still watching JoyNews Prime. It's time for me to go, but just by way of updates, semi-final match between France and Spain. Currently, Spain leading by a goal to nil with 3 minutes of extra time to head into the second half.
I mean, I'm supporting Spain. I don't know who you're supporting, but...
Same here.
Same? Oh, touche. Right after this, we'll bring you showbiz.
For the American defence to deal with, and Samoa has scored! A wonderful volley!
The stadium is alive! The fans are roaring and the excitement has officially kicked off. It's goal rush season at Ghana. This World Cup season, the match isn't just on the pitch, it's happening right in your home. Build your home stadium with world-class cinematic TVs, powerful sound bars and home theaters, high-power speakers, laptops, tablets, and projectors for the ultimate streaming. Ghana is delivering unbeatable deals, not just discount, but a chance to win 100-inch 4K smart TVs, mobile phones, laptops, and many more. Just purchase items 1,000 Ghana cedis and above, and automatically enter the raffle draw. Shop online at CompuGhana.com. Call on 0302-752020. Go Rush season, the ultimate football experience, only at CompuGhana.
Welcome to a place where everyday living is reimagined, where space, movement, and community come together effortlessly. With thoughtfully designed spaces, modern facilities, and everything you need within reach. You don't just live here, you feel safe, comfortable, and at ease. Step inside Eden Heights and discover spaces crafted for comfort, style, and everyday living. And just when it feels right, you will know. Because this isn't just about finding a house. It's about stepping into a better way of living. Eden Heights, the height of modern living. Book a private viewing today.
I didn't think it would happen to me, but it happened to me.
Ghana's digital economy is booming. Millions of transactions, billions of cedis, a future powered by technology. But beneath the convenience lies a growing threat.
Now it's becoming more towards digital fraud.
If we place convenience excessively over security, we run the risk of breaking down the number one currency that we have in that ecosystem, and that is trust.
The Digital Economy Forum is a thought leadership series examining the opportunities, risks, and choices shaping Ghana's economic future. In our maiden edition, we tackle a critical issue, the trust crisis, why fraud is holding back Ghana's digital economy.
We need to have a 360-degree solution.
Join Head of FinTech and Innovation at the Bank of Ghana, El Hanano Rekuasare, Economics Professor Godfred Bokpin, CEO of Ghana Association of Banks, John Ewua, Executive Chairman of E-Crime Bureau, Dr. Albert Enchibuesiako, Chief Risk and Compliance Officer at Mobile Money FinTech Limited, Godwin Tamaklo, Deputy Director General in charge of Technical Operations at the Cybersecurity Authority, Stephen Kujo Seshi, and Head of Internal Affairs at Haptel, Ebenezer Bofo. The Digital Economy Forum, the Trust Crisis, Why Fraud is Holding Back Ghana's Digital Economy, brought to you in partnership with Haptel. It's happening on Wednesday, July 22nd at 8 p.m. live on JoyNews, Joy FM, and across our social media platforms.
Putting on just the fabric isn't really enough. You have to put on your confidence. I chose this Printex fabric because it symbolizes hope and success because of the color and the texture.
Printex.
Well, it's now time for Showbiz, and my favorite just girl.
I'm your favorite. That's news to me.
Should I call you what we call ourselves?
I don't like it when you're like making me feel like I'm your favorite when you know, well, I'm not your favorite.
What are you talking about?
Because you call somebody else your favorite. Ooh. Hold that thought, Noella. Let's talk about the Beam Band because they are calling for greater recognition of bands and backing musicians in Ghana's music industry, urging award schemes to create dedicated categories that celebrate their contribution. Speaking to JoyNews on E-Vibes, musical band series members of the band expressed concerns over what they describe as the persistent neglect of backing vocalists and instrumentalists, saying their role in the success of many artists continues to go largely unacknowledged.
So one thing I know about is, especially with studio sessions, producers create what we normally hear if it's not a live session. And one thing I also know is most of us have learned our instruments, especially maybe our vocals and drums, lead and things. So sometimes we also need the opportunity to explore what we have with various artists and all of them. And one thing I also want to talk about is this is a special and I think in Ghana mostly background vocalists are underrated. Yes. And I will use this opportunity to lead and to talk to some of the
industry players
watching,
right,
to give us some opportunities, like I mean, to focus more on us as background vocalists, and also, I mean, some of us are really working hard. They can also appreciate us for awards and all like that.
I know they appreciate the instrumentalists of the year and all those people. You have won, but not all the time. Could it be, since we're having a conversation about the industry, could it be that we haven't positioned ourselves in a way that that we can get recognized by an entity, because we haven't really positioned ourselves as musical bands in Ghana? Because we have the musicians out there. So every time they're working towards, something, VGMAs, there's the awards for musicians out there, but we don't have awards for bands. We only have for instrumentalists. We don't even have vocalists. They always give the vocalists to the musicians. But I can confidently say that we have, the best vocalists in the bands. So could it? So what could be the problem? Okay.
Always been a basis. Dr. mentioned
right. Yeah.
All the time when the new songs, I mean, then times when new songs came out, everybody could hear, this artist does this part, and then there's a significant voice somewhere about this. There's something to do. But when the awards come out, they come out from the music. I don't know how it's done. They always enter of considered the engineer who made the record. Even video directors, I'm not
That's okay. That's okay.
Video directors get their credit. Producers get musicians. But then I feel maybe as a we have to come together as a force, just like he's doing.
Before we go, Tyler Perry brings the beloved Why Did I Get Married franchise back with Why Did I Get Married Again, as a familiar couples reunite for the destination wedding of Marcus and Angela's daughter. What begins as a joyful family celebration soon unravels into a whirlwind of old conflicts, fresh drama, and emotional revelations, forcing everyone to confront the question that started it all. Why did we get married again?
Believe that our daughter is marrying Rosalind's son.
Well, now, yes, I can believe it. I just got the bill.
Give your younger self some grace.
Your parents, you think they're perfect, but they're not. I don't want you here.
I mean, are all our kids just like us?
And if you ever find yourself in a hard place, ask yourself, why did I get married?
I was not expecting that.
I have double what he's having.
Can I get your credit card, Daddy?
Yeah. What? No. She said, Daddy. We hear Daddy, we think our daughters.
Me. I'm Daddy.
So we are looking forward to that for those of you on Netflix.
You want to tell them what we're talking about? Who we're talking about?
Well, we're talking about Jude.
Bellingham.
Yeah, the fact that we're crashing on him.
We're two big fans.
But I'm supporting France, by the way. We just have to put that on record. Yeah.
Anyway.
So yeah, hopefully tomorrow, Jude will be playing tomorrow.
Hopefully, yeah,
we'll
with
follow.
Argentina.
Yeah,
awesome. All right, that's it for the news. You should log on to myjoyonline.com for more of our local and international story. Pius Kojobaka, right, up next with Visitors.
Yeah.
You want to stay tuned in?
Yesterday you...
A thriving cocoa sector begins with fair income, more job opportunities for young people, and a protected environment. By processing cocoa locally, strengthening our partnership, and using modern farming practices, together we are securing the future of cocoa in Ghana and building prosperous communities.
Seeing the Printex fabric, I like the color, texture. I chose this design. It suits my body type. It means a lot to me to look good in clothes that I wear. I don't care about nobody's opinion.
Maso. Printex.
Hey, what's up?
Life. It's moving so fast. Yesterday I was in class 4. Today I'm almost in JHS. My shoes don't fit me anymore. My voice is deeper. I was watching cartoons, but now they say I'm too old for that.
The more things change, the more they'll stay the same. I still love you the same.
Come accept that.
In a world that keeps changing, Kalipo still keeps making sweet memories.
I still love it.
Bye. But I told you to have a sip, not to finish it.
Calipo Food Juice Drink, making sweet memories. This advert is FDA.
This July, Ghana will host global downstream energy leaders, innovators, and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, to collaborate, exchange insights, and develop strategies and groundbreaking innovations through strategic dialogues. The event, held under the auspices of the Minister of Energy and Green Transition, Honorable Dr. John Abdullahi Junapo, is on the theme, Building a Resilient Downstream, Policy, Innovation, and Investment for Growth. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana, is our distinguished guest of honor. Speakers for the event are Mr. Godwin Kujo Tamaklo, Esquire, Chief Executive of NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, Chief Executive of Seaboard, Dr. Riverson Opon, Chief Executive of Comac, alongside other key captains of industry. Join us from the 16th to the 17th of July 2026 from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. each day at the Palms Convention Center, La Palm Royal Beach, Accra. We can't wait to host you.
Malaria's remedy is Lunat. Therefore, we're gonna use Lunat to recover. You have malaria? Yes, are you shivering? Yes, yes. You got chills? Yes, take Lunat. First day, take Lunat. Second day, take Lunat. Third day, take Lunat. That's all. Lonat scatter malaria. Lonat it scatter malaria.
This advert is FDA approved.
Hello everyone, welcome to Prime Business with me, Pius Kujobaka. One of Ghana's biggest fintech companies, ZPay, has now lost its license to operate as a fintech company in the country. This was after the Bank of Ghana announced that it has moved to withdraw its license due to what it describes as multiple regulatory breaches. Joy Business understands that the decision to revoke the license was taken by management of the Bank of Ghana after reviewing several options on the table. Earlier today, my colleague George Wiafe paid a visit to the corporate head office of ZPay and has come through with this report.
So exactly this afternoon, officials of the Bank of Ghana moved into the corporate offices of ZPay to enforce their announcement of withdrawing the license of ZPay. Well, as you can see here, they have actually affixed the notice here showing that ZPay have lost its license to operate as a fintech company. The Bank of Ghana officials came in here and appeased this action and actually sealed off the premises. But I could still go inside and I saw some Bank of Ghana officials engaging staff of ZPay in terms of enforcing this action. Whilst I tried to push the Bank of Ghana officials for some clarity on this action, I was directed to the headquarters to engage the corporate communication officials in terms of what is the next line of action. I was also pushed to engage an acting CEO of the institution who says that, well, he can't grant me any interview as we speak right now. But he told me that shareholders of the institution are having an off-site engagement with respect to this action that the Bank of Ghana has taken. Unlike previous instances where you see heavy security presence and the premise being totally sealed off, that is not the action here. As you see that I've been able to walk in myself, engage officials of ZPay and even Bank of Ghana that are currently here. But there are still unanswered questions. Do they hold deposits? What is going to happen to these deposits? What about the officials of this company? What will be the next line of action? The shareholders, the board of directors, and even their clients, creditors, and even taxes due to the state. Well, these are some of the unanswered questions as the Bank of Ghana has withdrawn the license of ZPay. The situation here There's calm, and I've seen some Bank of Ghana officials inside working to try to get more data. From the corporate offices of ZP here in Cantonment, this is George Jaffe reporting for Joy Business.
Reacting to the development, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Ituahini is urging fintech companies to strictly comply with the Foreign Exchange Act and other regulatory requirements following the Bank of Ghana's revocation of DP's license over multiple regulatory breaches. Now, speaking earlier on Business Live, Dr. Ituahini said the action underscores the central bank's resolve to enforce compliance and strengthen the integrity of Ghana's financial sector.
Must be compliant with the rules. It's very simple. If you're a foreign exchange player, comply with the Foreign Exchange Act and also comply with the Payment Service Act. If you comply religiously and do your things as the law says, nobody will close you down. It is not Bank of Ghana duty to close them down. They want to ensure a very robust and compliant industry. That's why they've gone to. They didn't close it down in 2023. And I've told you, go and check. 2023, he was fined and suspended until November. 2023, when the license was restored. So Bank of Ghana would have seen it over the period and the years and seen that this institution is non-compliant. And because of being non-compliant, it means it is not good to attach our name to you, we being the person who issued the license and regulating you. That is the things they have to do, and it's very important. But the only thing is that if monies are held in the wallet, we say wallet, he had a wallet. The wallet means that it's just like the MTN wallet. People put in money, and if the money has not been given to them, then the money is with his custody. That is where the problem with, when we talk about non-regulatory of those money issuers and the telecoms, this is where the problem comes in. Because of regulatory arbitrage, people do these things and get away with it. Because if the monies are in the wallet, now it is left to Bank of Ghana to prove that are these money there or not. And if they are not, Bank of Ghana may have to, at times we have to recompensate those whose money has been taken over.
Let's stay all longer within the financial sector because we know the Supreme Court has granted an application by the Bank of Ghana to stay the execution of a Court of Appeal judgment that directed the reinstatement of the operating license of GN Savings and Loans Limited. The decision means that the appellate court's order will remain suspended until the Supreme Court hears and determines the central bank's appeal against the judgment. The latest development preserves the existing legal position with GN Savings and Loans unable to rely on the Court of Appeal's ruling, pending the outcome of proceedings before the Apex Court. The Bank of Ghana filed the appeal after the Court of Appeal ruled that the central bank should restore the company's license, which had been revoked during the financial sector cleanup program undertaken by the regulator. Now, the outcome of the appeal could have significant implications for the interpretation of the Bank of Ghana's regulatory powers and the legal framework governing license revocation in Ghana's financial sector. Now, Finance Minister Dr. Akufo-Addo is expected to present the 2026 media budget review to Parliament next week. That's according to sources familiar with the planned presentation. More in this report. Sources say this is, however, subject to getting the approval from Parliament whether the date the Finance Minister is proposing will be favorable to the House. This proposed date is also subject to the Finance Minister carrying out the necessary cabinet briefing on likely areas that he would touch on during the presentation. If all these things are cleared on time, then next week's date will be possible. Dr. Akufo-Addo is hoping to use the presentation to outline what some may describe as government's new economy, that is, government's new policy document aimed at consolidating recent economic gains. The minister will also use the presentation to update Ghanaians on the revenue situation and how spending will be structured. Government has also made some significant progress when it comes to debt restructuring, both domestic and external. Therefore, this presents an opportunity for the needed update to be done by the Finance Minister. Under Ghana's Public Finance Management Act, the Finance Minister is supposed to update Parliament on economic performance and fiscal strategy at the middle of the year. It also mandates the Minister to update Parliament on the execution of the national budget and provide an outlook for the rest of the fiscal year. The Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry says it stands ready to leverage the government's 24-hour economy and the Accelerated Export Development Program, but warns that limited access to capital could undermine efforts to industrialize the economy. The chamber made the position known during an engagement with officials of the 24-Hour Economy Authority at a CEO's Business Forum here in Accra. Details this report. President of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Stefan Mason Abbas, told journalists at the CEO's Business Forum that while the 24-hour economy policy presents a major opportunity for job creation and export growth, financing remains the biggest bottleneck for manufacturers and SMEs looking to run multiple shifts. He added that despite the optimism, most member companies are struggling with high interest rates, stringent collateral requirements, and limited working capital.
There's always hope, but it's almost always relies on capital as well. Let us not, we cannot ignore that. The banks are not helping because this funding to the private sector has become a challenge. You know, not too long ago, we advocated strongly and got the Bank of Ghana to hear us by reducing the policy rates. Now, the next step is accessing the funds. Okay? So, yes, if the policy is there and then the funding to support industry is also not there, then we don't make any headway.
He however called on government, development finance institutions and commercial banks to create a dedicated financing window for firms transitioning to the 24-hour model. According to Mr. Mason Abbas, the 24-hour economy model could help Ghanaian firms increase output, reduce unit costs, and take full advantage of aftermarkets.
Secondly, we have also brought in the banks to also tell us what are the avenues that Ghanaian industries, Ghanaian companies, a small scale, medium scale, can get into accessing funding to support industry. Because at the end of the day, we need to industrialize our country. We need to create jobs for the people. We need to take advantage of even the continental agreement, which allows us to export within the continent. It's not for nothing that we say that Ghana hosts the secretariat. It's an additional benefit, but how are we translating that on the ground to the people who are supposed to expand in terms of industrialization, create jobs?
Head of Strategy at the 24-Hour Economy Secretariat, Abdul Nasser Alidu, says the 24-hour economy policy will provide a conducive climate for participating companies.
24-hour economy program is private sector focused. You see, and I think I'll take this opportunity to basically reiterate the point of private sector focus. Oftentimes, when Ghanaians talk about private sector focus, what they really mean is that government will go and get the money, government will create contracts, and government will identify their people in private sector and give the money to them. No. When we say private sector focus, it means private sector needs to front face and take the credit risks. That's the only way this country can develop. If we don't change that mindset, the country is not going to develop. You know, but what we need to do is to identify the real constraints that we face within the economy and then be able to overcome those constraints. One of them is the over-collateralization of debt. And that's why we are working to ensure that we put in place this no collateral credit guarantee scheme. So that when businesses go to the banks and they are looking for loans, banks don't have to say you need to have landed property in Accra before we give you the loan.
The CEO's Business Forum on the 24-hour economy and accelerated export development provided the opportunity for businesses to appreciate the scope of the policy. The Ghana Gold Board has signed a partnership with the Ghana Water Company Limited to rehabilitate 3 key water treatment facilities in mining communities with 8.4 million cedis. The project is aimed at supporting the utility company to desilt water intake systems and enhance reservoir capacity, among others. Chief Executive for Ghana Gold Board, Samani hinted that they would add additional 3 facilities after completing work on the first 3. Details in this report.
This support from Gold Board is expected to boost efficiency for the water treatment facilities, as well as enhance the quality of processed water to the public in the targeted areas. The end goal is to improve water supply by the Ghana Water Company Limited. According to Chief Executive for Gold Board, Samani, the partnership between the 2 state agencies will be on a gradual approach due to budgetary challenges.
Due to budget constraints for the time being, the Ghana Gold Board has decided to adopt a gradualist approach relative to our intention to support the rehabilitation of these critical water treatment plants. And so what we are doing today is in respect of an agreement to support the rehabilitation of 3 out of these 6 degraded water supply systems. And the 3 are all in mining areas.
Managing Director of the Ghana Water Company Limited, Adams Mutawakilu, expressed confidence that the funds will be used judiciously for the intended purpose.
The technical team was formed, visited all these sites, ascertained the fact that truly there is the need to support us. And I want to assure you that whatever you are giving us, there will be transparency, there will be accountability to every penny that you are giving to us. And at the end of the day, we still work together to ensure that whatever is outlined in the agreement come out clean. And then that will give us the opportunity to request for the phase 2. And I want to assure you that the people of Central and Western region will be very, very glad.
The mining communities to benefit from this project include the Boase, Bonsa, and Setrehiman water treatment plant.
Ghana's aviation sector requires more than $1.2 billion in investment to bridge the critical infrastructure funding gap and meet future demand. This according to the Ghana Institution of Engineering. Vice President of the institution, Engineer Dr. Patrick Amoabekwin, disclosed this at the launch of the infrastructure report card, stressing that sustained investment in aviation infrastructure will be crucial to supporting the country's long-term economic growth and maintaining its position as a regional aviation hub.
The Ghana Institution of Engineering Infrastructure Report Card, Engineer Dr. Patrick Bequin noted that expanding and modernizing airports and other aviation infrastructure will improve connectivity, facilitate trade and tourism, and strengthen Ghana's role in regional and international air transport.
So they've scored very well, very good, or good in 5 out of the 8 criteria, and that is what is pushing the aviation sector very well. However, they still lack funding to meet the future demand. So funding, there is a major funding gap, about 1.2 billion funding gap that needs to go into the aviation sector. So we have actually made certain recommendations in the report card about what needs to be done in the aviation sector.
Meanwhile, Deputy Minister for Works, Housing and Water Resources, Gisela Tetabuchi, reaffirmed the government's commitment to improving infrastructure delivery across the country.
Our ministry is committed to ensuring that infrastructure investments are designed, constructed and maintained not merely to meet today's needs, but also to withstand tomorrow's challenges. Distinguished guests, Ghana's commitment to resilient infrastructure extends beyond our national borders. If I may share, as a proud member of the Coalition for Disaster Resilient Infrastructure, Ghana has joined a global partnership dedicated to promoting infrastructure systems that are capable of resisting, absorbing, and recovering from disasters while supporting sustainable development. Our participation in CDRI enables Ghana to benefit from international best practices, technical cooperation, capacity building, research, innovation, and knowledge sharing on resilient infrastructure development.
The 2026 Ghana Institution of Engineering Infrastructure Report Card is an assessment by the Ghana Institution of Engineering that evaluates the condition, performance, and investment needs of Ghana's critical infrastructure.
In more business news, the Food and Drugs Authority has warned that individuals and businesses found selling food and other products damaged by the recent floods in Accra will face sanctions, including the withdrawal of their operating licenses and possible prosecution. Speaking earlier on the marketplace, Director of the Food Registration and Applied Nutrition at the FDA, Kofi-Isel, says the authority will intensify inspections to ensure flood-contaminated products do not make their way onto the market.
Well, if anybody is found, manipulating food, there's a place we call Donkomi, for example, around railway station at Accra Central. That particular area is noted for this sort of thing. They sell foods that have expired and they try to change it, markets on them. Our eyes are on those parties, and we have our men on the ground as we speak to make sure that currently we are going around all the country. We have officers visiting factories, looking at what has happened after the flood and what exactly happened there and what they are doing. If anybody is found to have, manipulated products that have exported and they're trying to put them back into the market, we will detain and then we'll apply the appropriate regulatory sanctions against such companies, including prosecution and possibly revocation of manufacturing licenses, whatever licenses were given to you to operate in that business area.
The Asinapa Cooperative Cocoa Farming and Marketing Union Limited has reaffirmed its commitment to promoting sustainable cocoa production and improving the livelihoods of cocoa farmers. Here's more from the union's 7th annual general meeting in Suhum in the Eastern region.
The meeting, which brought together farmers, officials from the Ghana Cocoa Board and other stakeholders in the cocoa value chain, was held under the theme Securing the Future of Cocoa Through Sustainability and Partnership. Addressing members, manager of Asinapa Cooperative, Isaac Vefa, said the future of Ghana's cocoa industry depends on building resilient farming communities supported by sustainable agricultural practices and strong partnerships.
About 5 additional premiums. COP fee, they paid productivity strengthening, they paid for RSC strengthening, they paid for child labor monitoring and remediation, they paid us for governance.
Also speaking at the AGM, technical officer at the Cocoa Health and Extension Division of Cocoa Board, Bonat Prince Adinsi, encouraged farmers to continue adopting recommended agronomic practices to improve productivity and ensure the long-term sustainability of cocoa production.
The democracy at play, the way farmers are able to express themselves as meeting, and the leadership of management. Within a short time, you are in union. You've been able to lift this edifice. In fact, you've done well.
Participants expressed optimism that continued collaboration among farmers, cocoa board, and industry stakeholders, coupled with incentive schemes such as the 90 Ghana cedis premium per bag, will help safeguard the future of Ghana's cocoa sector while improving the welfare of cocoa growing communities.
Corporate investment in sports continues to gather momentum as Triton Motors Limited commits to a 3-year sponsorship partnership with Debi United FC and Jonina Football Academy to help nurture the next generation of Ghanaian football talent.
Triton Motors Limited has announced a 3-year sponsorship partnership with Debi United FC and Jonina Football Academy, reaffirming its commitment to supporting grassroots football and talent development in Ghana. The partnership is expected to provide critical support to both football institutions, helping to improve player development, operations, and the growth of sports. Speaking at the signing ceremony, Chief Executive of Triton Motors, Jihad Hijazi, said the partnership goes beyond financial support and reflects the company's commitment to creating opportunities for young people.
Today's event is therefore about much more than signing 2 sponsorship agreements. It's about investing in people, believing in potential, and contributing to the future of Ghana football. As a responsible corporate institution, we believe that successful businesses have a responsibility that extends beyond the product they sell or the profits they make. Real success is measured by the positive impacts we have on our communities and the opportunities we create for others to succeed. So on the back of our success, we need to ensure that others also succeed.
Chief Executive of Jonina Football Academy, Betty Crosby Mensah, described the partnership as a significant boost for women's football and youth development.
Today, Triton Motors has not only chosen to support football club, Triton Motors has chosen to invest in women, in talent, in discipline, in mobility, in opportunity, and in the future of Ghana football. On behalf of Jonina Football Academy ladies, I want to express our sincere appreciation to the board, management, and the entire Triton Motors family for this bold show of confidence.
Meanwhile, Chief Executive of Dibabi United FC Richard Intojan welcomed the sponsorship, describing it as a timely support for the football industry that continues to grapple with inadequate funding.
The football industry in Ghana is lacking a lot of sponsorship. We are not getting people to support us. So it's a great honor that Triton Motors have come to our aid to support us. As we speak now, the team is on pre-season. We are just starting next week. And this is going a long way to help us in kitting our players, paying some of their salaries, as well as helping in feeding the players. So it's a great moment for us.
The 3-year agreement underscores the growing role of private sector investment in Ghanaian football, with stakeholders expressing optimism that such partnerships will strengthen grassroots football and create more opportunities for emerging talent across the country.
We have the latest commodities updates for you. Grateful you could watch Prime Business. I am Pius Kojo-Baka. Do enjoy the rest of our programs.
Upgrade your print game with Konica Minolta, proudly powered by SkySat Technologies. From all-in-one machines that print, scan, and copy to professional systems and heavy-duty production machines, we deliver unmatched performance. Right now, SkySat has an unbeatable offer. 1 entire year of free servicing on all Konica Minolta machines. That's 12 months of expert maintenance for new and existing customers. Visit our new VIP print center at Pegasus Place, Airport Residential Area for a live demonstration. Call us on 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. Again, it's 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. SkySat Technologies. Performance that delivers every time.
Missed passes, bad referee decisions. Don't let your child's grade suffer a bad match. Ensure a straight win this academic season with curriculum-aligned textbooks and interactive tools from Pegasus Publishing. From preschool to senior high school, we have the exact game plan your kids need to ace their classes. And because it's World Cup season, you get a massive 20% off every single book. Don't drop points. Call 059-50-10175 or dash to Pegasus Publishing in Accra, Newtown right opposite the Total Energy Station. Free delivery within Accra when you call. Pegasus Publishing, shaping minds, winning futures.
Palladium Residences in Achimota isn't just an address, it's the home you truly earned. Secure your place with just a 10% deposit and choose from beautifully designed modern apartments or spacious townhouses built for everyday comfort. This is more than a building. It's a vibrant, curated community with a clubhouse, state-of-the-art gym, and an on-site hotel, all at ABC Junction, minutes from Achimota Mall. Enjoy city energy while retreating to your private sanctuary. Call now to reserve your unit and benefit from limited launch incentives, including priority unit selection, executive pricing, and flexible payment options available. Don't miss the chance to pick the best homes. Book your private site visit today. Call 050-9823-424. Palladium Residences. Live smart, invest better.
Missed passes? Bad referee decisions? Don't let your child's grade suffer a bad match. Ensure a straight win this academic season with curriculum-aligned textbooks and interactive tools from Pegasus Publishing. From preschool to senior high school, we have the exact game plan your kids need to ace their classes. And because it's World Cup season, you get a massive 20% off every single book. Don't drop points. Call 059-50-10175 or dash to Pegasus Publishing in Accra Newtown, right opposite the Total Energy Station. Free delivery within Accra when you call. Pegasus Publishing, shaping minds, winning futures.
Upgrade your print game with Konica Minolta, proudly powered by SkySat Technologies. From all-in-one machines that print, scan, and copy to professional systems and heavy-duty production machines, we deliver unmatched performance. Right now, SkySat has an unbeatable offer. 1 entire year of free servicing on all Konica Minolta machines. That's 12 months of expert maintenance for new and existing customers. Visit our new VIP print center at Pegasus Place, Airport Residential Area for a live demonstration. Call us on 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. Again, it's 050-164-5180 or 0302-798-829. SkySat Technologies, performance that delivers every time.
When malaria shows up, it doesn't knock. It just takes over.
Oh, no. This fever is too much.
When malaria comes,
respond with Mala-2.
Fight malaria with Mala-2 tablets or syrup from Ernest Chemists. Test for malaria first before taking Mala-2. If symptoms persist for more than 48 hours, see a doctor. This advert is FDA approved.
All these were food.
Food to the brain, man, Kasa.
I only took small, Small. You pour like waterfall.
Let's check the camera, shall we? What camera?
Hey, I knew it.
Hey, Mommy, Daddy.
Fruit is for sharing. No need to hide to enjoy.
Family that share together.
Stay together.
Wait, there's more.
Hey, Grandma.
Frutelli, the family drink. This advert is FDA approved.
Ghana's third largest hydroelectric facility, the Bui Dam, built to power industries and homes across the nation, now faces an existential threat.
mining at the banks or in the river, it's actually going to worsen the situation. It's going to get to a point where we may not have enough water in the river or in the dam to generate electricity from the middle belt.
This threat is not from nature, but from the surge of galamsey or illegal mining activities creeping dangerously close to its lifeline, the Black Volta.
Once a sebsebio, ye galamsey jumano. Yasumede, Namsi and Kanokore. Yachino Dukrabi or Amikovia.
I didn't think you do a besaba.
Ajuma, so yeah, no.
In this documentary, JoyNews' Nana Aljima exposes the sustainability of the nation's energy security being choked by environmental destruction.
This is worrying. In fact, some of the rivers that were